Alright, man, what's good? It's your boy Eric, aka Young God, coming to you live in the Orange Dungeon, giving it to you a real raw record. And I'm gonna let bro on the phone. I'm gonna bro on FaceTime introduce himself. Who we got?
Resource, all the way live from Los Angeles, California.
Hey, man. For the people that don't know anything about you, just give a little brief rundown on who you are.
Well, like I said, I'm Resource, coming from LA, part of the Air Drummers, producer, music extraordinaire.
Are you from LA?
Yes, sir. Born and raised.
Now, that's crazy you say that, because I'm from Florida, and I don't know how LA niggas look at New York niggas, but as a Florida nigga, I don't know. I look at New York niggas, and they almost seem like a different breed of black people, and they just seem like, I don't know. This is weird to me. And I look at LA niggas, and I feel like Florida niggas and LA niggas can relate way more than Florida niggas and New York niggas. Have you ever been around Florida niggas to attest to this, or not?
Yeah.
Would, would you agree, like, y'all kind of move the same, or nah?
I feel like everybody is different from everywhere, honestly. But yeah, I mean, I guess you could say we're more similar than somebody from up top, pretty much.
Okay. Well, how is it growing up in LA for? Cause I never been out there. Like, what is it out? How is it like out there?
And then of course it's it's conflict in the streets because of gangs and shit like that. But it's a lot of history. It's a lot of just shit that's just taking place in LA. Entertainment wise, sports wise, just world wise. Like, so LA is like really rich in history and in culture.
Is there a lot of hoes out there in LA? That's the question.
Very, very much. It's a melting pot. They're everywhere.
Melting pot. Well, I mean, it's crazy because I've been having this thing going on. Just speaking to females, I know it's a lot of, like you said, it's a melting pot in LA. Are you a black man that appreciates black women, or are you one of those guys that are you a get out nigga? Like you want a white girl?
No, I appreciate black women.
Okay. Well, speaking of get out, are you into, before we get into your music, are you into like movies or TV shows and stuff like that?
Yeah.
What you watching?
Shit, I watch How to Get Away with Murder. That shit's not on right now. It's like off season, but I'll be watching How to Get Away with Murder. That shit is fire. You know what that is?
I've heard of it. I always feel like it was trash. I was like, I ain't watching this shit.
Nigga, that shit ain't trash.
It's hard.
It's fire.
What else?
Shit, I watch Underground, Quantico. I be just watching series and shit like Sons of Anarchy and shit like that.
That's fire. Yeah, Sons of Anarchy is fire. Yeah. I mean, but I know you based out of LA, but I know Eardrums and everything is in Atlanta. So, have you ever heard the show 60 Days In?
What's that? The jail show?
Yeah.
Yeah, where they gotta go to jail.
Yeah.
I watched the first season with Muhammad Ali's daughter.
Nah, they in Atlanta now. So it's real ghetto and real like it's
It's respect to me though, because I would never wish jail on nobody, and I would never volunteer to go to jail. Like that's not healthy. Mentally, that's not healthy.
It's not. I already feel like black people already have undiagnosed mental problems, and I feel like going to jail is really gonna fuck with your psyche. So I agree with you saying it's not healthy for your mental psyche. That's a fact. That's a fact. But going back to your music, how did you, or when growing up, what you started listening to?
Shit, growing up, I listened to Michael Jackson a lot. Like, I listen to all music, but I just know, like, my personal favorite. It's like a lot of kids, probably my age, was Michael Jackson. And I would just, like, look at that nigga's videos, watch his concerts, but I would just always just be so tuned into the music. Like, not really Michael Jackson, just, like, the band. Like, I'd be watching the drummer or the bass player or something, like, because it would be shit like they had a shiny instrument, like this like sequin or glitter or something. So when I'm a little kid, I just like see that shit in the background. I'm like, ooh, what is that? Just like a shiny ass guitar or something. So I'll always just be watching that shit. So I asked my mom when I was like in the 3rd grade to put me in guitar lessons. And then that's when I just started from there and just started making music and shit.
Did you keep going with the guitar, or you stopped?
Yeah, I mean, I on and off picked it up, put it down, picked it up, put it down, but I got a couple of guitars now.
Okay. Any other instruments you want to learn how to play or know how to play?
I play the keys and the bass, but probably about to try to fuck around with the drums like this year, figure it out.
I, damn, I always want to learn how to play the drums, but I know how to play the trombone. I always felt like the drums were like it's a cool ass instrument, but you got to be really, I guess, rhythmic to play that shit. And I guess I ain't had no rhythm for that shit, so they put me.
Black, you should have a rhythm for it.
Man, I went on a, man, I was at I went to art school and I was in band, and I was like, oh, I'm black, I'm finna do the drums. They said, nope, put my ass on the trombone. I'm in that bit just. I'm thinking I'm finna be raw, but nah, man, that shit was not for me, man. Have you ever tried to play the drums, or that just something you want to play?
Like yeah, I'm just not trying at it. Like I could keep a beat or keep a rhythm, but I'm just saying like I'm trying to be fine. Like
Yeah,
nigga, get out there and go crazy.
yeah. Well, speaking of, I guess, your past music experiences, something I've really been obsessed with is samples recently, and I know a lot of like the bigger samples are sampling of older songs. So before I even get to my whole obsession with sampling, how do you feel about sampling?
I stay away from it. It's not really like sampling is one thing. Like it's cool, yeah, but it's not that much money in it. Like the person that own the rights or publishing to the
Hmm.
original song that you sample, they gonna cut back and take 50 to 80% or more of the song. So you're not gonna make no money. You're just gonna be having a cool song.
Well, I see you looking at it from a business aspect, but from, I guess, art form aspect, do you like it, or you still don't even like it in that form or in that form?
I mean, it's cool. It's art. It's art. It's very much so art. But that's just like there's a difference between a nigga that could paint a portfolio or paint a portrait and a nigga that just splash paint on the canvas. There's a big difference. And I feel like composing or writing music is like painting a portrait, and sampling is like splashing the paint all over the picture, doing a little abstract shit. Because there's no rules to that. But there's rules. There's real rules to music. Music, like as far as music theory is concerned. So if you can make music within the guidelines of the rules, like I feel like that's the highest form of art. Like that's just the purest form, most I guess conventional form of music to me. Say you get a piano, bass, guitar, you got an intro, 8 bar verse, 8 bar hook, 4 bar bridge, back to an 8 bar verse, 8 bar hook, repeat, boom, boom, boom. Like that's a way. That's a formula for writing songs that niggas have wrote hits for decades,
Hmm.
and then boom. After you get to a certain point of progression in music, it kind of flips, and like people start to become innovative. So niggas start sampling, but there's no rules to sampling. Just how like I gave you an arrangement for a song with just instruments and shit. Like you don't really have to do that. That's where all the loops came into play, and of course it gives room for hip hop and rap music and stuff like that. But like I'm just like a fan of actually like Quincy Jones, like niggas that I look up to. They didn't sample, they composed. Like the people that I draw my inspiration from. So
So that's interesting. Bring up music theory. Uh, are you one of those niggas that, like a drum line ass nigga, like you can't tell music, or can you actually read music, like quarter notes, half notes? Or are you still learning that stuff?
no, I know all that shit.
Okay.
That's why I'm saying what I'm saying.
Okay. How did you learn that by yourself, or somebody taught you that?
Both. It's like just you gotta be in the pursuit of dopeness. Like if you wanna get better, you'll do what it takes to get better.
Because I don't think a lot of rap producers, because I've interviewed, I mean, I've interviewed a little bit of rap producers, and I don't think a lot of them niggas know how to tell music. I don't know if that's, I don't think they need to know how to these days. I don't think that's like a, huh?
Trust you do, trust me, because niggas ain't as rich as you think they are.
Mm.
It's the niggas that produce Taylor Swift music, the niggas that produce Adele's music, the niggas that produce Bruno Mars music, they rich as fuck.
I mean, but you just brought up like some pop stuff. I'm talking about just like people like people like a nigga that
I
produced.
produce records for Miley Cyrus. I'm not just a rap producer.
I know. I'm not trying to put you in a box. I'm just saying like, just in the rap genre itself, I feel like that's the difference. That's what I'm trying to say. People that just do rap, like a nigga that produce Blase Blah album, Woody Woo album, he might not know how to tell it, but a nigga like you that could branch off and do Miley Cyrus and Blase Blah, you know how to do it. So I feel like that's the difference between y'all two. You know what I'm saying? You agree?
That's what sets us apart. But what you gotta understand is you're not talking about a producer. You talking about a nigga that know how to make beats. There's a difference. Mike Will's not a musician, but he's a real producer.
Would you say you're a musician?
Yeah. I mean, I know how to play instruments. I know how to read music.
Okay. Yeah, I see the difference. Okay.
But I'm saying, like, Mike Will he took Future from underground to mainstream. He took Two Takes from underground to mainstream. He, like, took Miley from pop to urban.
Yeah.
Like, all of that is what you consider producing. Not to take away from anybody like a Southside or Metro or Sony Digital, because they're all fire, but they're not really producing artists. They're just giving them beats. They're taking artists who's already somebody, giving them fire beats, and then they just making a name for themselves. But take somebody from nothing and make them something.
So, would you say a producer is somebody that gotta sit in the booth and sit in the studio with that person, or can a producer just be somebody that email somebody a track and just, hey, I got something for you. You want to listen to it?
See, it's not just about a track. It's like a producer is the person that has a vision for the song. If you know, I'm trying to make this type of song, it need to sound like this, it need to have this person on there. You don't have to touch the beat. If you was like, we need a song about the Lion King, and we need Soulja Boy and Lil Mama to be on it, and you didn't make the beat, you didn't write the words or nothing, you just went and got Soulja Boy and got Lil Mama, and it made them make a song about Lion King, you produced the record.
I see.
The person that made the beat could have been the co-producer, but you executed your idea across, which is why you're a producer.
Hey man, I feel like you could low key teach a class on this shit, man. You missing out on money, man. You need to have a producer class and just teach niggas, bro.
I'm setting up a podcast. It's coming soon.
Hey man, I feel like that's a much needed thing, because like you just brought the whole sample thing. That's kind of blowing my mind just thinking about it, like an abstract painting, versus like a Da Vinci painting where he just sat down and crafted that. So you got me looking at things different. So that's an interesting way to look at it. That's a way I never thought about it. So.
Right. Like, we live in a microwave generation now. Like, niggas want to microwave the success, but I'm a little bit older. I come from watching it, like, just be made in a conventional oven. Like, it take time. You can't zap your shit in a minute.
Is there anything else, like, I see you're very deep into this, you know a lot about it. Is there anything outside of music that you're like this with? Or is it just music?
I don't know. I'm just an intelligent person. Like, I believe in and practice aggressive intelligence. The smartest person got the loudest voice in the room.
Is that
I'm not in the room with a bunch of dumbass niggas letting them parade around like they're cool and they're tight because they don't know shit. I'm the smartest nigga in the room, so nigga, listen to me. That's just how I am.
That's interesting to say that, because you know niggas be like, the smartest nigga, the most dangerous niggas is the most quietest one, but you saying that the most loudest nigga is the most smartest one.
No, what I'm saying is I believe in the loudest person in the room should be the smartest person.
Should be the smartest. Okay. It should be the smartest one. I understand.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I can come in a room, I can command a room's attention. If I walk in the room, I can stop the whole room. Niggas are listening to what I'm saying, no matter who's in there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, going a little further about your music career, you linked up with Eardrummers. How did that even happen?
Just off some basic shit. Like, I had been doing music and shit, but basically Mike Will tweeted, like, if you trying to work with Eardrummers, hit up my A&R. Like, let's work. So I hit the little page he sent, and they hit me back, and they was like, send us some shit. So I sent them some shit. Like, I sent them some pop shit, some R&B shit, some rap shit. The niggas hit me back, like, the same night, and was like, yo, you the first person we done wrote back to in some months. Like, this shit is fire. Like, can you send us some other type of shit? I'm like, yeah, what kind of shit? So they're just like saying if I had other genres. So I sent them a bunch of shit. And basically, they just was like, this is before Shrimp came out. Niggas was like, well, we got these writers we working with. We're trying to get Mike to sign these writers. So we want to give some of your beats to them, so maybe we could put you on Mike's radar too.
Yeah.
I was like, for sure. But it just happened to be Shrimp. Like, I didn't know. Like, they kept saying Ray Shrimmer, but I'm like, what the how do you even pronounce that? I didn't even know how to say it. I just kept reading the text. But I wasn't tripping. I just sent the music.
Is this before or after No Flex Zone?
Like 2013.
Okay.
Like the end of 2013. So I sent over some beats, and next thing you know, like, the nigga like, oh, they recorded some ideas. Boom, 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 boom. This nigga sent me like a 15-minute freestyle Sway Lee and Jimmy did. on one of my beats. Like it was like 15 minutes, and I was just like, that's crazy. But I guess they end up playing it for Mike, and I just stayed in touch. Like I stayed in touch with them niggas. So
That's how that happened.
he was just like invited me to the studio when he came out here to work on Bangers with Miley. And then I like chopped it with him, played him some music and shit. And niggas just told me like he didn't have a situation for me, but he was like, just stay in touch. Like we're gonna keep working, just stay in touch, keep working. So I kept working. And then like by the next year, or later on that year, I just flew myself to Atlanta. Like I hit the dude that I talked to on Twitter, that like the first nigga that I linked with. And like I just told him, like, I'm finna come out there. I'm trying to network. Like I'm trying to fall in. Let me know if this is a cool time for me to come out there. I'm trying to link with him. He's like, yeah, pull up. So he was like, you can stay at my house. His name is Aubrey. I stayed at his house and everything. Nigga just let me like go to the studio with them niggas and work and basically build. And like once me and Mike vibed it out, niggas just seemed like, oh, he came to work. That nigga focused. It was just like niggas just started working.
Yeah. Well,
Mike came back to LA the next year, like in March. He hit me up and was like, "Hey, I'm out here, pull up." I'm like, "Damn!" The nigga had me pull up to the crib. Miley was over there, Shrimp was over there, like all kind of shit.
that's crazy. You bring up Ray Shrimmer, because the first time I actually heard of you, it was I'm a big Thug fan, so I read like his production credits and whatnot, and I'm listening to I'm Up, and if I'm not mistaken, I may be wrong, but I think you produced Special, right?
Yeah, that and Fuck Cancer.
Yeah, you produced Special and Fuck Cancer. And I'm listening to, I realized you first on Special, though. I didn't see Fuck Cancer at first. I realized that later on. But I seen Special, and I'm like, this is a hard beat right here. So, just me being a fan of Thug, I have to ask, were you in the studio with him? Like, how is he to work with?
See, I've been in the studio with Thug, but we did that song. That was like me and Mike Will have made like 6 beats in a row. And this nigga went, and like it was like in LA, so he was like, I gotta go to Atlanta real quick. I'll be back on Monday. So this nigga came. He like left on Friday, went to Atlanta.
So my Thug?
No, Mike Will.
Okay.
So I seen pictures of him in the studio and shit with Thug. And then by the time on Monday he came back, this nigga had sent me like 3 songs that this nigga did. So they had like did like 5 songs, all that like in one session, but like in one day. And then he came back out here. Like I was sitting on the songs, and this is like they had only put out Fuck Cancer. I still had like the What You Want record in the cut with them. I still had a couple other ones like in the cut, but they had put out Special and Fuck Cancer. So I was with Nipsey Hussle, and we went over to Mustard Studio, and Thug was over there. So Nip knew I did the records for Thug and shit. Like him and Thug fuck with each other heavy. So he like, hey Thug, I don't know if you know him like this, but this is my homie, this Resource. He produced a couple records for you. So I started chopping it with him. And this is before like With Them came out on Slime Season 3 and shit. He's like, oh, for real? Like you produced something? Like, yeah. So he started asking me about some other songs. He's like, man, we need to shoot some footage while we out here. Like, shit, you want to come to my concert tonight at the Kodak Theater? I'm like, hell yeah. He's like, all right, for sure, pull up. So we just started like chopping it like that. But like I wasn't there when he made those songs, but like I met him like right after that. Like niggas just linked up. I wasn't even with Mike when I met him either.
So, like, just as I don't know, like as a fan of, I guess, music in general, is there any musicians that you ever get starstruck over? Because, like, I always say the top 3 people for me that I would go crazy ever meet was probably be Kendrick, Tom Brady, and Shawn Michaels. Like, who would be, like, your top 3 niggas that you would be like, wow, I really am talking to this person right now?
It would have been Michael Jackson, but he dead. I didn't work with all the legends. I was in the studio for 3 months with DJ Quick. I done met Teddy Riley. Teddy Riley used to be my idol because, you know, he produced all the Michael Jackson shit. So when I met him, DJ Quick introduced me to him like, oh yeah, this is my young nigga. He fire. He got the heat. He got the ooh. So Teddy Riley just fucked with me off the rip. Like, so it was like unreal. I didn't have time to be starstruck because I'm in there working with DJ Quick, and DJ Quick is a real LA West Coast OG gangbanger. Like, he not a nice nigga like that. Like, he like make hits or get hit. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's not like ain't no starstruck. That nigga be like, what's wrong with you, bro? Like, you don't know, like you ain't never been in the room with niggas. Like,
Yeah.
my little bro is the nigga, the best player in the NBA. So I can't be starstruck over niggas like
Who?
Kawhi Leonard.
Oh, so you know Kawhi?
That's my little brother.
Like, biologically, or?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Are you any good at basketball or just all him?
Yeah,
Hey, I might have to come and get you buckets, man. If he can win arrange that, man, for the culture,
no,
man.
that ain't gonna happen for the culture.
Hey, with the bonnet on, man. I might have to give you buckets with the bonnet on, man.
You a troll like Z Wells?
Z Wells a troll. That's funny.
That's my young though. I brought Zachary out here.
Yeah, he told me. He told me. Yeah.
I played shrimp his shit, all that shit. Like that's my young.
Yeah, he told me. I just fucked me out. I wasn't expecting you to be cool with Kawhi Leonard or be brothers with Kawhi Leonard. That's fucking crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Like I can't be starstruck.
Yeah. Wow. Have you I don't even know where to take the interview no more because now I'm thinking about you and Kawhi Leonard. I mean, how was that like growing up with Kawhi?
I'm the big homie.
You the big so he the little homie. So you little homie him.
That's my little nigga. Like I was the big homie always. Like nigga, I'm 2 years older than him, so I was better than him at basketball for a lot of time until probably like the switch came when he just had a super big jump in height. Like we were pretty much the same height. The nigga just grew, like had a little growth spurt.
Yeah. From
like 6'2" to 6'5". And then it was just like that speaks for itself. Nigga 6'5".
So is that just him or do y'all all genetically got big ass hands? Wow, y'all, that's great.
I was the claw before Kawhi was.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, man. You might swap my shit. I don't think I want to one-on-one you no more, man. You got it. But
I seen my nigga when he was like 15. I seen the switch turn. It was like raw, untapped talent, but I seen it in him, so I knew like he gonna go.
Yeah.
And that's why I hooped in college. He would come. I would bring him to my practices and my open runs, and my coach would let him play with us, and he'd be giving our big man work. Nigga was 15.
Shout out Kawhi, man. You last question about him because this is a good one. You think they would have went to the finals if he would never went down? So you think it was all him that? Okay.
My nigga, he was 80% of their offense.
I mean, yeah, they was whooping them niggas ass. They was whooping them niggas ass for he went down.
Points at the beginning of the third quarter. He was about to have 45.
Damn, that's crazy. Shout out to Kawhi. Yeah, but back to rappers or whatnot. Before we get into the fan questions and end this, I always like to ask producers because y'all are more behind the scenes than the rappers. Any crazy or funny stories that you don't have with musicians that you could share with the people? Just like fucking. I don't know if you know Slate the Monster. He from Atlanta. He was telling a funny ass story about thugs sleeping to get energy in the booth. Just crazy shit that I done heard. So any just crazy or funny shit that you done seen while being in the booth or in the studio, excuse me.
I mean, there's something every day, honestly. I done been there. I done seen it all.
Have you ever seen some? My fault. What you saying?
Shit, like, you know that nigga Jimmy, like a daredevil.
Slim Jimmy? Yeah.
He a daredevil. One time, this nigga was jumping off the balcony into the pool at the house. It's a 3-story house. They got 3 balconies. My nigga was going to all the balconies jumping off. Feel me? This nigga jumped off the highest balcony, like did a flip into the pool, like showing off. And when he landed in the pool, he hit his head on the little thing that cleans the pool. Like he went that far to the pool, he hit the thing that cleaned the pool. And this nigga, Miley was there. This is like on 420. Miley was there and everything. Like we all watching this nigga putting on the show. He get out the pool, had a big ass knot on his head.
Oh, man.
Cause he hit the thing in the pool, and Mike was going off on him because they had a photo shoot that day. He like, bro, what the fuck you doing?
What, you put on a hat?
Bro had a bandana on the photo shoot.
Oh man, that's crazy. What was it, like 2 years ago?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh man, that's crazy. Well, hey man, let's get into these fan questions real quick. We could dip out of here. Oh, hold on. Before we do that, I was looking through your SoundCloud, and I was just like looking at everything you produce. And one of your likes actually intrigued me because it's one of my favorite songs of all time. You didn't produce it, but it was one of your likes. And it's one of my favorite songs of all time. Never by Dom Kennedy. I see you like that song. This is a fire song. I just want to throw it out there for the people. If you've never heard that song, it's probably one of his best songs of all time.
That's the homie.
Yeah. Shout out to Dom. But yeah, just get into these fan questions real quick. Woody asks, "What's your favorite thing you ever worked on?"
That's hard, man. It's not out yet.
What'd you say?
Not out yet.
It's not out yet. Any release date for when that should be out?
Nah, but I can speak on another thing that's my favorite though. This is like the runner-up.
Okay.
The song with Maya, and we shot a video for it. Me and her.
Is that out or?
No, it's coming out. That'll be out in like the next month.
All right. A question. It's my. I want to see that. I mean, cause you say you switching genres, man. You're just not a rap producer, so I'm glad that you you know what I'm saying. You going out and trying to do other stuff. Question from me though, before we get to this last fan question. I know you probably don't have any dealings with this, but I'm mad because the leakers done fucked this up for me. Any updates that you probably know on this ape shit with Mike Will and Future?
It's over.
That's what I thought, man. Is it the leakers fucked it up, right? Like niggas done leaked too much shit and those niggas don't want to put it out, I guess, right?
No, I think the content of what he was talking about in that shit, he don't want to talk about that no more.
Okay, to my Future. Yeah. Have you heard it? Like, have you heard? Was it good? Like, what's your review on it?
It's fire. I mean, some of the shit like they released a song called Paparazzi. You
Yeah.
heard that shit? Like that wasn't a song he was keeping for himself.
It was a reference, right?
For somebody else. Like they was supposed to get that to Migos or somebody.
Yeah, I'm like, no way Future is dab throughout the whole song. I was like, this got to be a reference track. I knew that wasn't his shit.
But I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like Mike took Future from underground to mainstream. Future done wrote records for a lot of people, like the people don't even know about. Like Future wrote the reference for fucking Drunken Love. If niggas would have dropped that shit and like try to act like it was his song, luckily Drunken Love came out first and then they found the reference later. But like that's what I'm saying. Like that could have been the same thing. What if that other song could have been a hit for somebody?
Yeah.
Prematurely because Future saying that, but let's drop this shit. Let's put this out. Like watch out.
I understand. Last question from Young NATO. He says, big fan of yours, but I have to ask, who's your favorite porn star?
Oh no, I don't have a favorite porn star.
No favorite porn star? Just when you go in there, you just click, basically.
Let's just send me those. Let's just send me videos. I don't need to have a favorite porn star. I know real porn stars, though.
I can't. I've always been a nigga like, for girls send me news, I can't beat off to that. I feel weird because I got to see her the next day, and I'm like, I just beat off to you. I'm never gonna see this porn star bitch. I can't do it. Could never do it.
I met a porn star at Shrimp House, and I didn't even know she was a porn star. And then I found her on social media, and the bitch is sucking dicks and shit. I'm like, oh, she tried to tell me she was a Vine comedian.
I'm finna hold on. Zoe Monroe. Was she bad before I look her up?
She was a cool little white girl. She was like, whatever.
Oh man, she said she was a Vine comedian.
Oh, man, we was smoking. We was sitting by the pool. We smoking, chopping it up and shit. You feel me?
Damn. First thing.
Her and her other friend, and they were like, they had a cool little cover up and everything. Like they got two profiles. They got that little fake comedian profile, and then they got.
Nigga, I typed in Zoe Moreau. First name pop up. She got a black dick in her mouth, man. She ain't no Vine star, man.
We be talking to each other on Twitter.
Oh man, shout out to Zoe Moreau, man. Any other porn stars you know, man?
Yeah, I met Cheyenne Jacobs before at the homie house, and she kept trying to wake me up, and I just didn't wake up. And the homie was like, "Bro, you should have woke up. She was trying to suck your dick." I'm like,
Cheyenne
you know
Jacobs?
who Cheyenne Jacobs is?
Nah, I'm looking at her right now. Cheyenne, she sound black.
Yeah, she a throwback black porn star.
Oh my gosh, you didn't take this down? What's wrong with you, sir?
I respect it.
Hey, nigga, I don't care. Nigga, I would've goddamn faded my face inside of. Okay, anyway, yeah, man, we gonna end this, man. Let's anything else you wanna say before we get out of here?
Shit, follow me on Twitter at It's Resource. Follow me on Snapchat and Instagram, Resource Davinci. Got a lot of bangers. Got coming soon. Got 2 joints on with Famous Dex about to drop with some surprise features. We got some other shit on the way.
Okay. Well, hey, man.
Go Yo Gotti's new project he just dropped with Mike Will. Just did 2 joints on there. Letter to the Trap and Off the Pole.
All right. Well, hey man, y'all check everything he got going on out. Until next time, y'all already know I say what I mean what I say. Haters gonna hate, and players gonna